Now on 4 News Now at 6, a man tackled by Border Patrol in his own front yard. His wife says he's being treated like a criminal and fears she may never see him again.
He's a human being and he's been treated like an animal.
In a 4 News Now exclusive, hear why she says he struggled to become a legal resident despite living here since he was a toddler.
The warmest day of the season is heading our way tomorrow, but a shift in the weekend forecast could impact your Bloomsday plans. I'll break it all down for you in the First Alert forecast.
And Spokane is rolling out a new plan to address homelessness with a focus on connecting people to help while keeping public spaces clear. What it means for downtown and your neighborhood. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Hey, get out of my house! Get back out of my house!
This Ring video footage from earlier this week shows the dramatic encounter where Border Patrol agents arrested a man on his Spokane lawn. As we see more videos like this, people across the country are protesting President Trump's policies targeting immigrants.
The local organization Latinos in Spokane is hosting its very own May Day march right now. Marissa Rio is there. And Marissa, what can you tell us about tonight's march?
Derek and Kirsten, we're at the clock tower right now. This march is about to kick off, but right now they're starting off with messages. That's what you hear behind me. There's a pretty good turnout here. I'm going to take a step out of the way so you can see everyone that's here. There are flags, there are signs. Latinos in Spokane says they are doing this to stand in solidarity with immigrants and to send a message to stop these deportations. As you can see, there are several signs. One here says resist fascism, and some signs here specifically say to free Martin, the man you saw being tackled by Border Patrol in that Ring footage. I met with his wife today, who is now speaking out.
He's a human being and he's been treated like an animal.
Martin was returning home from work at the local construction company that he owns when this video was recorded. It shows him running towards his house when he notices Border Patrol. Soon after, the agents tackle him.
Like, it's just scary because all of a sudden my entire life has been ripped apart. I don't know when I'm going to see him again.
Kendall Diaz, Martin's wife, says he's been in the U.S. since he was about 1.5 years old. Records show he is now on a Border Patrol hold at the Kootenai County Jail. Kendall says she was able to speak with him yesterday.
He explained to me that he had been in medical holding, and I asked him what was wrong. He broke down and started crying, and then the call cut off.
That's the last she's heard from him. While searching Martin's records, I found one case from 2017 where he pled guilty to criminal mischief for an altercation with his now ex-father-in-law. Kendall said he also has an assault charge from the early 2000s when he was just 18 years old. She says they've tried to get Martin legal status, but she believes that case has hindered their attempts.
He's a loving person. He doesn't hurt people.
Martin's friends echoed that message. Besides Martin's 2017 case, we could not find any other criminal charges against him.
There's rapists and murderers on the street who are free, and they're U.S. citizens, and they have more rights than my husband, who doesn't harm anyone.
An official with Latinos in Spokane says they're hosting tonight's march to stand in solidarity with Martin and all immigrants alike.
The brutality that they're showing, they're not treating us like human beings.
I referenced those Free Martin signs, but now his family and friends are here right behind me here, so I want you to take a look at this show up for Martin. You can see Free Martin. Kendall is here as well. She is supposed to speak at the end of today's march. Now, I called and emailed Border Patrol regarding Martin's case and to ask why he was targeted, and they emailed me back that they were unable to comment because this is an ongoing investigation. Live from Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
All right, Marissa, thanks so much. We hope you enjoyed today's spring weather because we have even more on the way tomorrow.
Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with what you can expect where you live in your First Alert forecast.
It is going to be even warmer tomorrow and lots of blue skies. This is the live view over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena right now. It is a beautiful evening and still plenty of time left to enjoy. Temperatures today, boy, right in the comfort zone. Chamber of Commerce weather, 72 in Spokane, 71 for a high in Coeur d'Alene today, as well as in Pullman, 78 in Lewiston, and 74 in Ritzville, 77 in Moses Lake today. Stayed in the 60s in Sandpoint, but look at tomorrow's temperatures. Lots of 80s on the map, from Spokane all the way to Moses Lake, down to Lewiston and up to St. Mary's. We'll stay in the 70s in the northern Panhandle, as well as Colville and Winthrop. Kellogg, 77 degrees. Some 70s on the map as we zoom in around the Spokane area, including out at Airway Heights and Cheney and Spangle, but 82 at Meade and 9 Mile. 83 degrees in downtown Spokane. Taking a look at your Friday planner now. 62 is our average high, so we're going to be well above average, starting the day off in the 40s. Bright blue skies, light winds. Then the clouds start moving in tomorrow night, and the showers are not far behind. I'll let you know how that's going to impact your Bloomsday weekend in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. Listen up, drivers. You want to leave a little early tomorrow if you'll be driving on Highway 395 through North Spokane County. Crews will be repairing and repaving part of the highway just north of Deer Park. It'll be reduced to one lane with crews flagging traffic until around 4 o'clock tomorrow, but crews will return next week to finish the job from Monday through Thursday.
A Lewis and Clark student was hit by a car in a crosswalk this morning on the way to school.
The student was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, but there's no update on whether or not they were released. The student was hit at the intersection of 4th and Howard. It's marked in orange here. Police say the driver failed to stop at the stop sign. Derek Strom spoke with nearby residents about staying safe at these intersections.
You have to pay attention. You have to protect yourself.
Just before 7 this morning, a Lewis and Clark student was hit by a car in a crosswalk. That student was sent to the hospital. The city of Spokane says it's already in contact with Lewis and Clark and Spokane Public Schools about the incident.
All of downtown tends to see a higher level of incidents because you have a lot more traffic and pedestrians happening. So just the sheer volume changes those, those statistics. And we're always concerned around schools.
Police say the student was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, but we have seen at least one other collision here along 4th Avenue that was deadly. In July of 2024, a 23-year-old woman was killed at the intersection of 4th and Lincoln near Deaconess Hospital while riding a scooter. The city of Spokane says it hasn't identified any of the intersections along 4th Avenue as being particularly dangerous, but the city says it wants to continue to make these intersections safer, especially for students.
The school district knows their students, they know the routes they're taking, and so we work together with them to, to make sure that we're paying attention to what they're seeing and that we're sharing that information.
Kirsten Davis from the city of Spokane says the city works with schools to build sidewalks and extend curbs to make things safer for students. Residents that live nearby say pedestrians and drivers need to pay attention and avoid distractions to keep everyone safe.
Wearing headphones, stuff like that, I only wear one so I can hear what's going on around me. And, it's not rocket science. People just got to go back to good common sense.
The city of Spokane hopes new ordinances restricting right turns on red lights in certain parts of the city will help decrease the amount of pedestrians being hit by cars. In Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Well, a program for our most vulnerable teens in Spokane County is at risk of losing the majority of its funding. Becca programming gets kids who are falling through the cracks of the system connected with court staff and wraparound services. The Spokane County Juvenile Justice Center says it gets $1.3 million a year to support this vital program. However, legislators are now suggesting cutting that back to just $400,000.
People view sometimes juvenile court as a place for bad kids or bad families, and that could not be farther from the truth for the Becca kids. These parents, these kids, and these schools are petitioning the court for help.
What this means for the future of our juvenile court system tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest. All right, with summer travel heating up, a major push is underway to fix a critical shortage of air traffic controllers.
Yeah, how the new plan could impact your next flight coming up. Plus, Bloomsday festivities kicking off in Kendall Yards. We're live with a look at all the fun, plus why organizers think this could be a record-breaking year. That's coming up in sports.
This is the best, most rewarding, heart-fulfilling job there is.
She spent more than 40 years changing lives in the classroom. Now a surprise send-off for one beloved Spokane teacher is bringing generations together. We'll show you the emotional tribute that left her in tears.
You're giving real scam vibes now.
Can you call out a scammer? A local mom gets targeted by another phone scam using the jail roster to steal from vulnerable family members. Hear her warning right after the break.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by Papa Murphy's.
Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can stir a sense of wonder, can make a ride go smoothly, and make a smile stretch ear to ear. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch. When a touch is all in good fun, Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma or other medicines without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today.
The Book of Mormon is the best musical of this century. The 9-time Tony Award winner is genius, brilliant, phenomenal. The Book of Mormon is the funniest musical of all time. It's the gold standard for comedy that goes further than any other comedy in history. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again. The Book of Mormon, this Tuesday through Saturday at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
WSECU Cashback Checking. You give and give and give. Let's give you something back. Just use your debit card to earn. WSECU Cashback Checking. Let's credit union.
Did you know Corsair is an old-timey word for pirate? Me neither. But more importantly, it's a new-timey word for a luxury car that'll shiver your timbers at Northern Quest. It's the $110,000 Corsair Conquest giveaway. Play daily with your Camus Rewards card and you could set sail in a brand new Lincoln Corsair. Grand prize drawing May 31st. Pre-party from 2 to 6 p.m. in case you're feeling, pillagey.
Welcome back. Your phone rings just as you're anxiously awaiting to hear from your son or daughter. But on the other end of the line is a scammer preying on your instincts to protect your family. A local mom agreed to talk to me about how she was targeted by this phone scam because she fought back, and she wants you to do the same. Threatening phone calls.
Not able to send you a text. You're giving real scam vibes now.
Or voicemails.
This is a time-sensitive matter for you.
We all get calls like these now, but are you trained to spot a scammer?
And I said, whoa, 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 what is this for?
This local mom says she almost lost over $1,000, but stopped when she felt something off. We're protecting her identity because her daughter had just been arrested.
So then I got a call, and I'm like, I'm waiting for this call. It said private number, so I'm thinking, it's the police department.
Credit card in hand, she says she almost paid the man, claiming to be Sergeant Young with the Spokane County Sheriff's Department. But then she started asking questions.
Is there a portal? Is there a website? I prefer to be able to go and read about where this money's going to go. And then he would start the spiel all over.
That spiel, she says, almost sounded scripted.
But then he came around to the money again. He said, you can choose your platform, Venmo, PayPal, emphasizing, you want your kid back? You need to give us some money.
The sheriff's office warns this scammer is likely checking the jail roster and targeting family members with the promise of an early release from jail.
And I said, I think I'll just hang up now and I'll go down to the sheriff's office. And I never heard from that person again.
And it's not the first time we've seen a scam with a criminal impersonating law enforcement.
Just try your best to assess who they are and why they're calling, and if it's somebody you even need to talk to.
Deputy U.S. Marshal Michael McDowell warns there's another scam right now, claiming to be the U.S. Marshal for the Eastern District of Washington, Craig Thayer.
We would never do that. The United States Marshal Service does not solicit money over the phone, or we don't do that. If you have a warrant for your arrest, we're probably going to just come find you. We're not going to call you.
His advice the next time an unknown number calls.
So I would just advise people to just take a breath, slow things down, try to get as much information as you can.
And as for our mom, who kept her cool.
I work really hard for my money. I know other people do too. For the sake of my friends, family, and your viewers, I thought, well, sure, let's talk about this.
And her plan to go down to the sheriff's office in person is really a great tip for all of us, because law enforcement says that they're not going to collect payment from you over the phone. And the good thing here is she didn't lose her money, but Derek, you and I have both reported on scams where people have lost thousands of dollars.
Well, and how close was she though, right? She said she had her credit card out ready to do it. It was almost a year ago that I did a story on a woman that lost $350,000 in a cryptocurrency scam, basically her entire life savings. So this is happening, and it's happening often to local people.
And it's happening to all age groups, and the important part is to talk to your family members, share these scams with them. This local woman told me she had heard about a few other scams, like the toll scam, and so that helped,
maybe that's what
trigger,
off there.
Right, thinking about those and maybe not trusting everybody who calls you. Chris?
Thank you for that, Kirsten. Beautiful evening to get outside and enjoy some sunshine. It's going to be 70 degrees almost at 7 o'clock. We'll be in the 60s at 9. Light winds, clear skies. Do some stargazing or planet gazing. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Riverdance. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Spokane's hottest music.
Break me for so done with you, girl. I've been popping, man, I feel just like a rock star.
Hot 96.9.
Then what about the moment when you actually realize that you're not here by accident? That there is a God that really loves you so much that sent his son on a rescue mission for you.
This is something special.
We're gonna do this.
On the other side of temporary pain, you meet your other self.
God is setting you up to be blown away.
R&R RV has just lowered prices on every pre-owned motorhome, fifth wheel, and travel trailer in stock. We're talking jaw-dropping savings on the region's largest selection of pre-owned RVs. All pre-owned units at R&R RV are clean, certified, and never purchased at auction. Quit dreaming. Just do it. Same-day delivery available on many units. Shop pre-owned units now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake, North Spokane, and Lewiston. Or visit rnrrv.com.
There's a good feeling we get when we show up for others, whether it's a family member, a neighbor, or a local nonprofit we care about. When you donate or volunteer to support nonprofits, great things happen. That's what Give Big is all about. Give Big is Washington's annual giving campaign that benefits nonprofits of all kinds across our state. On May 6th and 7th, visit wagives.org to discover and donate to nonprofits making good things happen.
A lot of us are getting ready for one of Spokane's biggest events. Thousands of runners and walkers will be hitting the streets of Spokane this Sunday for Bloomsday.
Tonight, ahead of the race, Bloomies are getting together for the shakeout run to get a little extra practice in before they get to the real course. Our Madeline Mullins joins us live from the start line of that run. Madeline.
Well, just a few moments ago, Shakeout runners took off from right here down the Centennial Trail for a 3-mile run and walk. And it's a way for people to get ready for this race on Sunday and shake off any of those pre-Bloomsday jitters. And another way runners are getting ready for Bloomsday is through the Fleet Feet demo that's going on right now. Shoe brands are here at Kendall Yards teaching people all about their shoes and the science behind them and how they can help them run better. And runners even got the chance to borrow some of these shoes for the Shakeout run, and this allowed those who are participating in Bloomsday to make sure they have the right gear to do their best on Sunday.
I'm just excited to get out and have fun with people, run with the people that I've been training with, and you know, it sounds like it's daunting, but it really isn't that hard, especially when you're having a good time. So.
And if you missed this event, many of these brands will also be at the trade show tomorrow, so you can stop by that, get decked out in all of the gear you will need for Bloomsday. There's lots of events to look forward to ahead of the race, lots going on here. It's just a fun day to be out in Spokane running around. Live in Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
It's making me want those cool shoes that everybody has. I don't have any of those.
You need some new running shoes,
You have plenty of cool, but I know, I feel the same way. You have to jog in them, though.
Right.
Which you are doing Bloomsday.
Yeah. So I shouldn't wear new shoes.
Yeah,
that would give me blisters.
I always say that. I've bought shoes at the trade show and worn them on Bloomsday. They make shoes so good now that I don't think it matters.
Sure.
Don't quote me. I don't know. I better stick to what I do know, and that is you may get a sprinkle or two when you are running Bloomsday. No big deal, though. It's only a 20% chance Sunday morning. The better chance will be in the pre-dawn hours. Maybe those very earliest folks lining up right as the sun is coming up, and you might need your garbage bag, but I don't even think you're going to need that. Just a slight chance of a few sprinkles, and by the time you're donning your t-shirt and relaxing in Riverfront Park or having your buddies over for a post-race barbecue, it's going to be a nice Sunday. Here's what's going on with our weather pattern. We have a ridge of high pressure in place. It is strong right now, and tomorrow it will be moving a little bit to the east, which will allow a strong southwesterly flow. That's why our temperatures are headed up into that 90-degree range. The cold front approaches. It's going to help bring up some precipitation from the south. A sprinkle or two on Saturday, and then another little batch on Sunday morning, but a lot of it is going to be staying to our east. At least that's the way it looks right now. Here's a closer look at the forecast rain totals. This is starting off Friday at 11 o'clock at night. Just starting to see some sprinkles working their way across the Cascades. By Sunday, 9 a.m., we're talking hundredths of an inch around the region. Just a couple spots where you may see more. This is an updated forecast rain. Most of that precipitation streaming up from the south on Sunday is going to be further to the east, and that is why we're seeing some of the higher totals in St. Mary's and in Kellogg. Temperatures will cool, but I think that is going to be welcome. We're going from 80 tomorrow to 68 Saturday, down to average 63 on Sunday. Good running weather, and then we're warming back up. Could be close to 80 on Wednesday. Hour by hour, meanwhile, your Friday forecast, bright blue skies, light winds, high temperature of 80 degrees. It is going to be a beautiful day to welcome people into Spokane to the trade show. Our city looks so beautiful right now. A few showers, spotty showers on Saturday. A sprinkle or two in the morning Sunday, but overall a really nice race weekend. Meanwhile, if you plan to garden this weekend or have already got your pots out for the season, they'll be in good shape. Overnight lows in the 40s and lower 50s for the next 7 days, Derek.
All right, like the sounds of that, Chris. Thank you. The city of Spokane revealed its new plan to address homelessness.
How officials plan to keep the streets clear while connecting people to the help they need. Coming up.
And I spoke with one local toy store owner who tells me they're bracing for tariffs on items big and small. What they want customers to know after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Today, tonight, and tomorrow, Cal Cars is kicking off the month with a 72-hour sale at both Cal locations, where they are marking down over 72 trucks, cars, and SUVs to sell fast, plus delaying all payments until August 1st. And $0 down is all you need. This is your chance to save thousands and trade your old vehicle in for something better with a complimentary 2-year service maintenance plan included. But it's only today through this Sunday at Cal.
Lindor, Swanson.
The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu has such a stacked lineup, it calls for a
trade proposal.
My s'mores for your mixing bowl mashup.
You got a deal.
Trade up to the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu. With new mixing bowl mashup plus fan favorite s'mores, nothing says summer like baseball and our new Summer Blizzard menu.
You drive a hard bargain, kid.
Right now with DQ.
DQ, happy tastes good.
Canopy Village is a safe haven for children in North Idaho. The nonprofit supports families in crisis, restoring trust and building a more compassionate community.
On Friday, May 30th, for every drink purchased at Jitters locations, Numerica will donate $1 to Canopy Village, up to $15,000.
Numerica's Coffee for a Cause Day helps provide safety and stability for families.
Buy a cup of coffee to help the children at Canopy's Village. Cheers! This is how Numerica cares for kids.
New York City's hottest hits are landing right here in Spokane. Join SDCU Best of Broadway, live at First Interstate Center for the Arts. It's lights up on a thrilling new season. Moulin Rouge, the musical, The Notebook, Back to the Future, Some Like It Hot, and the epic return of Disney's The Lion King. You just have to be there. Get your season tickets and get swept away at shows.broadwayspokane.com.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. The winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Go to Lake Casino. At the Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. The winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by Champions of Magic. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Well, the busy summer travel season is right around the corner, and the U.S. Department of Transportation is looking to boost the number of people working in air traffic control.
This comes as the Transportation Secretary warns people will lose their lives unless the nation adopts a new system. ABC's Rena Roy has more.
Ahead of the busy summer travel season, a push for more air traffic controllers. The U.S. Department of Transportation announcing a new plan to expand the workforce, with air traffic staffing at U.S. airports nearing a 30-year low, according to the National Air Traffic Controllers Association.
We need more air traffic controllers to come into this profession.
Federal officials announcing a number of initiatives, including offering financial incentives to graduates for completing initial training milestones, expediting the process for routine medical and security clearances, and rewarding academy graduates assigned to facilities that are hard to staff.
This is a commitment to the dedicated men and women keeping our skies safe. It's a real, tangible move towards building and sustaining the workforce that America needs.
The FAA says it's on track to hire at least 2,000 controllers this year as part of a hiring campaign, which also increased the starting salary for trainees by 30%. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy also streamlining the hiring process at the FAA, decreasing it by 5 months. There's also a bonus incentive offered for controllers who don't retire early. The current mandatory retirement age is 56. This comes just days after massive delays at Newark Liberty International Airport in New Jersey due to equipment issues. The FAA now slowing traffic there, saying there are severe staffing shortages. You can see multiple planes waiting to take off there this morning.
At the end of the day, we need to make sure the controllers have the proper equipment and that they're obviously appropriately staffed.
Delays at Newark could last for months. The average departure delay is about 1 hour, and the average arrival delay is more than 300 minutes. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Well, Christmas may still be months away, but local toy store owners are already preparing.
Yeah, why they're stocking up now to make sure you can still get a great deal coming up. And today, the city rolled out new plans to tackle Spokane's housing and homelessness crisis. We'll show you what it means for your neighborhood next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Get ready for the concert event of the summer. On the road again. Catch Willie Nelson and family. Bob Dylan. Billy Strings. And more at the Outlaw Music Festival's 10th anniversary tour, May 22nd, One Spokane Stadium. Get access to preferred tickets with your city card. For tickets and more, go to ticketswest.com or outlawmusicfestival.com.
WSECU Cashback Checking. You give and give and give. Let's give you something back. Just use your debit card to earn. WSECU Cashback Checking. Let's credit union.
What about now? Is that what a thief looks like? Eyes were softer. Can I just... This is him. This is the guy. You need an eye exam. Wait weeks for an appointment? Now that's criminal.
Word on the street is at Stanton Optical, you don't have to wait for an eye exam. That way you don't miss important details like faces. 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for $79 all same day. Stanton Optical, easy as our thing.
Stay ahead of your child's moderate to severe eczema with Dupixent as they welcome the feeling of touch with clear skin and less itch. The #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists helps heal their skin from within. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma or other medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your child's doctor about Dupixent.
Next ET, Anthony Michael Hall, then and now. After the big Breakfast Club reunion, could 16 Candles be next?
Jake Brent, yeah. Where is Mr. Handsome when we need him?
Next.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Kelsey Grammer, adored by millions, but beneath his success, battling alcohol, cocaine, and an unbearable family memory.
It's remarkable that I survived some of that.
The murder of his beloved younger sister. The Diane Sawyer interview. GMA tomorrow.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Welcome back. For years, the city of Spokane has been working to find an effective solution to the city's housing and homelessness crisis.
And this morning, the city unveiled its plans 2 weeks after the state Supreme Court overturned Prop 1, which would have banned camping in most public spaces. Jordan Smith shows us the proposed ordinances the city says they hope will help Spokane's homeless population and help families avoid losing their homes altogether.
We have needed a plan for years, and now we have one.
This morning, Mayor Lisa Brown introduced the Home Starts Here proposal, a multi-pronged plan geared towards preventing families living paycheck to paycheck from sliding into homelessness.
Some of that's rental assistance, some of that's eviction, working with people around eviction to prevent evictions. Some of it is connecting them to resources that they're qualified for, but they don't even know it.
Like the Working Family Tax Credit or local programs for seniors who are on limited incomes. Mayor Brown says the Home Starts Here program will help connect people to that funding. The city then addressed the other tiers of the plan.
One of the concerns that families have when coming to downtown is walking through areas that are congested with homelessness. Now, these proposals from the city would effectively eliminate camping or people blocking public areas downtown while also connecting those people with the services that they need.
One of the ordinances proposed in this plan tackles enforcement. If someone is camping, for example, the housing outreach team has 7 days to contact that person and connect them with the services that they need. If they're still there after 7 days, police and code enforcement will come in to remove the tent. Today I met Gabriel Hill, a private security officer who works downtown, frequently asking people who are blocking businesses or public areas to move along.
85-90% of them, if you say, hey, I have to tell you to move away from the building, or you can't smoke here or something like that, 85–90% of them are, okay, I'm sorry, I'll move along.
These proposals will be discussed in the next several city council meetings before being voted on. We'll keep an eye on it as it moves forward. For 4 News Now, I'm Jordan Smith.
A 14-year-old is facing charges for an attack that took place at Westwood Middle School southwest of Spokane. The Airway Heights Police Department says that attack was caught on video yesterday morning. In 2 videos that were sent to 4 News Now, 2 students were seen fighting in a bathroom. One is seen putting a sweatshirt over their head before being kicked in the face by another student. The teen is now facing felony assault charges.
Holiday shopping is already expensive, but this year, Toys for Your Kids could really pack a punch.
Today, Mary Sheridan took a trip to Toyland, where the general store is making plans to avoid higher prices.
It's not even summertime here in the Inland Northwest, but some toy stores are keeping the holidays in mind when purchasing popular toys like Lego.
We probably tripled our orders just to make sure that, we even would have enough supply to get through January, February.
Toyland is stocking up now before tariffs on overseas goods kick up the prices of popular brands like Mattel, which makes Barbie and Hot Wheels.
Our strategy is basically let's prepare for what we know we can sell and we know what we do well in, and then whatever surprises come up, we'll tackle those as they come.
Tom Barony is a part owner of the General Store, which houses one of the largest selections of toys in the Inland Northwest. But keeping the shelves stocked got a lot more expensive since President Trump announced his second round of tariffs in March. Some vendors are estimating their prices will increase 2%, 5%, or 10%, but others may be much higher.
Where they're strictly coming straight out of China, and that is their bread and butter for manufacturing. They've said that some items might be as high as 100% or more.
That's why some vendors are encouraging stores to order now, so that come December, higher prices don't catch customers by surprise.
When they're getting ready for their Christmas, holiday shopping, coming in for toys, that they can expect our retails to be more or less the same.
And if tariffs aren't lowered in the new year, they'll look into sourcing toys from other, more cost-effective manufacturers.
Everybody's been kind of, pinching pennies and, holding tight to their wallet because there's been a little bit less money around. So we're trying to do everything we can to help out our customer base.
In the meantime, Toyland continues to offer products from local vendors, which are already gaining popularity. In Spokane, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
All right, let's send it over to Chris Crocker now, who's tracking some warmer weather on the way in the First Alert Weather Center.
Yes, we are going to see our temperatures climb even higher for tomorrow. Right now, it's 70 degrees in Spokane with clear skies, clear in Coeur d'Alene, and 70, a beautiful evening in progress. 4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be sunny and even warmer on Friday. Looks like we'll have our first 80-degree or higher day of the season. Saturday, possibility of some showers, and I'm going to walk you through the day on Saturday. Take a look at those odds more closely later in the broadcast. Bloomsday, the possibility of a few sprinkles in the morning on the race, but then it'll clear out in the afternoon. Your Friday planner, 49 degrees at 7 a.m. We're heading to that high of 80. 62 is our average high. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. Well, a Spokane classic has found a new home. Vintage Print and Neon opened its new storefront in the Emerson Garfield neighborhood, and it is bigger and brighter than ever before. This new location still has the vintage prints and t-shirts, and now it also has owner Chris Bobie's neon sign collection.
I'm hoping that there's going to be a sense of nostalgia that washes over people, and people say, oh, I remember that place, I remember that place, things like that. I'm hoping that it'll just generate happiness, in the community. So
the music makes me happy right away. Well, the store's grand opening is this Saturday, and live music, free ice cream, and vintage poster and t-shirt giveaways will all be in store.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool. All right, sometimes the smallest change in routine can lead to the biggest impact. Spokane's Heather Gant took a different route home from the grocery store and became a hero. She stopped to help someone who was collapsed in the street by Shadle Park High School. That person was 13-year-old Derek, who was suffering from a heart attack. Heather's courage and her CPR training from years ago helped save Derek's life.
I had my hand on his chest, and just like, I think that's the thing that strikes me the most is like this healthy, strong boy is like, he's supposed to be like full of life, and I could just feel like this isn't right.
You can hear about Heather's life-saving heroics and watch her emotional reunion with Derek and his family in Allison Martinez's full report. It's on KXLY.com. Those cheers, a huge surprise for one Madison Elementary special education teacher. Stacy Higgins thought it would be just another school assembly today.
But her school, family, and former students all came together expressing their heartfelt gratitude for her years of dedication to special education. Our Hunter Bertram was there for the surprise moment. Mrs. Higgins realized this was no longer an ordinary assembly.
Piling in a single file line, students at Madison Elementary sat on their pockets, getting ready for another ordinary school assembly.
You're going to help her demonstrate what she made for creativity, okay?
Putting the final touches on their Fun Friday projects.
You put it through the hole and then comes through there.
And shaking out their pre-assembly jitters. Waiting in her seat, special education teacher Miss Stacy Higgins.
She's been teaching for 43 years, and today we honored her.
Take a look. A few rooms over, Miss Higgins' family, friends, and past students all gathered for her. Why? We'll get to that in a second.
This is the best, most rewarding, heart-fulfilling job there is. Acceptance, unconditional love. Those two things can take you anywhere. And boy, did it take me on a fun ride.
And on June 17th, Miss Higgins will walk through these halls one last time, ending her more than 4 decades-long career here with Spokane Public Schools.
Patience, selfless, and love
are 3 words Miss Higgins' daughters described who she is and has always been as a teacher. So it's fitting today Miss Higgins be thanked in a far from ordinary way.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being here today to present our mom, Stacy Higgins, with the first annual Lulu Award.
Miss Higgins' sister, Lulu.
It's in honor of our Auntie Lou. Lulu started my mom's passion in.
I was raised with Lulu. She has special needs, and I had the most incredible parents, and Mom and Dad instilled in us the love of those who are more gifted than we are.
That love, a reason why for the last 4 decades she's loved her special needs students, who she calls
my love bugs,
as her own. Now each year, a special education teacher with SPS will receive the Lulu Award, celebrating the love of Miss Higgins and her sister, Lulu. Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
All right, former GSL girls basketball MVP and Meade Panther star Taryn Gardner is making her way back to Spokane.
She recently transferred to Gonzaga for her sophomore year.
She is just ecstatic about the move to join her hometown squad. And after the break, catch what she has to say about how much it means to have her family right next door to watch this season.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The Day Shift. 5 heroic hours of iconic shows, 5 days a week.
The heroes are here on KXLY 4.3.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At NeuroStim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostimtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
When a hero falls,
He gave his life so I could live. I'm just not sure what I'm supposed to do with that.
can his world move on?
He left me.
An emotional, all-new 911 tonight on ABC.
Clogged drains are a huge problem and can cost thousands. With Mainstream, you can prevent clogs before they happen. There's no better time than now to call Mainstream and ask about our 83 or it's free drain clearing special. For just $83, we'll send a technician to your home to clear your drain. And if for some reason we can't get it, it's free. With over 20 years of experience, the expert technicians at Mainstream can restore the flow. Call Mainstream today or visit us at mainstreamhomeservices.com to take advantage of this limited time deal.
What does it mean to be here for good? It means being here for the artists who dream, the shop owner who knows your order by heart, and the mentors who leave a lasting impact. Here for singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game and big comeback stories. Here for the long haul from Omak to Sandpoint to Baker City. Here for your family, your neighbors, for you. STCU. Here for good.
The newest member of the Gonzaga Bulldogs women's basketball team is somewhat of a local legend around the Inland Northwest. Taryn Gardner won multiple GSL Player of the Year awards, MVPs with the Meade Panthers, and now she's back in town for college ball. Gardner won Washington's 3A/4A Senior Girls Athlete of the Year and earned all GSL nods every year of high school at Meade. Not only that, she led the Panthers to the state top 5 3 years in a row, including a runner-up finish in her final year. She then went to Boise State, highlights you're seeing now, where she appeared in over 30 games, averaging about 13 minutes per game. She spoke with us today about what excites her so much about coming so much closer to home to play with her Zags.
It's always been my dream to play there. And so ever since I was a little girl, you know, I kind of grew up going to Zag games, and my grandparents were season ticket holders for the women's basketball. And it's just always been a dream. And so I'm glad to finally make that dream come true. And that's definitely was a pulling factor. You know, it was always in the back of my mind, like, oh, what would it be like if I was at Gonzaga? And so I'm excited for it.
Gardner joins Z Okuzo from St. Mary's as the 2 incoming transfers for next season. Bloomsday 2025 only a few days away, and today we had the Elite Runners press conference talking about what to expect from this year's race. Both the wheelchair division and Elite Runners coordinators spoke about what excites them about this specific race and how it's all going to come together in the 49th edition of the famous road race.
The weather will be the biggest indicator compared to last year. Last year was cold and wet, and wheelchair racers do not do well with cold and wet. So hopefully, it's supposed to rain early morning on Sunday. Hopefully by the time the gun goes off, it'll be nice and dry.
As long as things don't get political, where they're not sitting there looking at each other, knowing that it's so loaded and fast, looking at each other to see who's going to push the pace, they should push each other towards what I'm hoping is a course record. I don't want to jinx it, but I think we've got one coming.
Love the confidence there, and the race begins early morning this Sunday. Tens of thousands expected to run the 12-kilometer trek. And not running, but skating will go down tonight in Oregon. The Spokane Chiefs just 3 periods away from winning the Western Conference Finals. And just like Andy, I'm not trying to jinx it here, that would be over the Portland Winterhawks if they can win. It'd be a 4-0 sweep. Chiefs have scored a mind-boggling 24 goals across the 3 games played so far in this series, winning all of those. Puck drop coming up in just a few minutes at 7 p.m. And I know one doesn't sprint a 12K, but I've never done one before, whether it's walking or running or anything. So I'm a little bit nervous coming up for Sunday.
Take your time, honestly, and like soak it in. All the music and the people handing out, you know, popsicles and donuts and that kind of stuff. Like, just do it all.
I was told by your wife today that we need to really take all of the goodies that are given to us, Jack. There's a lot of people out there that just want to say hello.
That's good.
All right, Chris. Well, I guess you have something to tell us about first, Derek.
Yeah, over 2 million Shark Ninja pressure cookers are being recalled because of a potential burn risk. The company's Foodie multifunction pressure cooker can open during use. There have been more than 100 reports of burn injuries. They were sold nationwide at Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club, Amazon, and Target stores, and online from January 2019 through March of this year. You should stop using the pressure cooking function immediately and contact Shark Ninja for a replacement lid. Shark Ninja says air frying and other functions, though, are still safe to use.
Beautiful Thursday. We made it up to 72. That's 10 degrees above average. Not quite record territory. And sunset tonight is now after 8 o'clock. Plenty of time still left to enjoy this gorgeous day before it gets dark. I'll be back to tell you about even warmer weather for tomorrow and have a good look at your Bloomsday forecast after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Regain your quality of life with expert spine care at Prosser Memorial Health. Neurological spine surgeon Dr. David Yam, with over 20 years of experience, specializes in comprehensive spine care, minimally invasive surgery, and disc replacement. Dr. Yam is now seeing patients at our new Spine Center locations in Prosser and Walla Walla. Call 509-786-5599 today to schedule your appointment. New, returning, and second opinion patients welcome. The new Spine Center at Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Falco's is well known in our community as a fireplace store, and we're proud of that. But today, we're excited to share that we are so much more. I'm Grant Falco, owner of Falco's, and now we're offering heating, cooling, and electrical services. It's the same Falco's you've come to know and trust, now with even more ways to bring you comfort, efficiency, and value to your home.
Falco's, so much more than a fireplace store.
Falco's, 9310 East Sprague Avenue.
Welcome to the Kitchen Engine, Spokane's favorite kitchen store. It's a family-owned business spanning 3 generations. The Kitchen Engine. We're having a store-wide Mother's Day sale. Come in and find a perfect gift for mom. And while you're here, grab a treat for yourself. Take a cooking class together in our state-of-the-art culinary classroom. Browse our selection of gifts and cooking essentials to make mom's time in the kitchen more enjoyable. The Mother's Day sale at the Kitchen Engine in the historic Flour Mill.
If you'd like to improve your sleep, you're going to love the Sit, Sleep, and Relax sale at Walker's Furniture, where the Memorial Day savings are starting early on Beautyrest, Serta, and over 40 more styles of the best name brand mattresses. This is your moment to sleep better and pay less. Plus, special 5 years financing is available with no money down, so you can wake up feeling refreshed and pay over time. And you can get up to $300 of additional free furniture with select sets sold this week at Walker's.
Looking for a car that feels brand new without the new car price? At Finley Downtown Toyota, we have what you need. Our certified used vehicles go through a 160-point inspection, backed by a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Plus, every certified vehicle comes with roadside assistance, so you can drive with confidence. Find your perfect vehicle today and shop quality, reliability, and savings, all in one place.
Sports on 4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Cirque du Soleil Crystal is in town, and the performers are polishing their skates and getting ready to hit the ice. Today, 4 News Now got a behind-the-scenes look at what it takes to put this show on. Over 100 people, 45 artists, and 18 trucks full of equipment go into this show-stopping performance. The 4 shows this weekend are some of the last shows on the Cirque du Soleil Crystal Tour that started back in 2017.
It combines the beautiful gliding on the ice with the famous acrobatics of Cirque du Soleil, combined with incredible costumes, amazing lighting and mapping. We have 28 projectors that map the ice with incredible images.
The Cirque shows start tonight and go through Sunday. Tickets for this ice skating acrobatic performance are still available on their website. Going to be a hot ticket for sure.
I love seeing them, you know, swinging back just like you're on a swing at a swing set. No big deal. You're above a giant ice rink.
Right. And you get to go, Lucky Ducky.
Very soon.
Yeah.
Less than 10 minutes.
Well, you know what the weather's going to be. You can scoot. No, enjoy. In the meantime, let's take a look at the view of downtown Spokane right now. Clear skies. My goodness, it is a gorgeous evening. Hopefully you'll take your dessert out on the deck and enjoy, because we do have some changes on the way. Friday's high temperatures, it is going to be even warmer. 80 in Spokane, 79 in Coeur d'Alene, 82 in Ritzville, 87 degrees in Lewiston. Very, very warm throughout the region, right around the Spokane area. 92 at Meade, 9 Mile, 93 in downtown, 80 in Deer Park. Did I say 90? I meant 80. 80 in Deer Park, 80 at the airport in Spokane, and we'll be in the 70s through the Coeur d'Alene area up through Spirit Lake. We are going to be dropping our temperatures for the weekend. A nice 68 on Saturday, and then right around average, 63 Sunday, before we start warming back up again, close to 80 degrees on Wednesday. This white line is our average high, and 63 actually I bet a lot of Bloomsday participants are going to appreciate that. An 80-degree Bloomsday is tricky. We are expecting above average temperatures to continue in the 8 to 14-day forecast. This is May 9th through May 15th, and we're in that medium to dark orange, so a fairly strong signal of above average temperatures. And at one point, it looked like we were going to get some wet weather finally. We finished April with below average precipitation, but it's starting to look dry again. The chance of above average precipitation sinking off to the south. And we at least are not in the brown with drier conditions, but we could use some good soaking rains. Forecast radar going into Saturday. Here's Saturday at 7 a.m. Just a hint of precipitation, but we're going to continue to see moisture streaming up from the south. Here's noon. Most of that wet weather developing over the higher terrain of the northeast mountains. A sprinkle or shower or two elsewhere around the region. We dry out Saturday night. Here's 6 p.m. Then we have another round of moisture coming up, but it is really looking like it is going to miss us to the east here in Spokane, other than just a hint of a few sprinkles, and that is why we do have a slight chance of showers in our forecast through the start of Bloomsday. 10 a.m. still a 20% chance, but then it goes down to 0. Most of Sunday is going to be a really nice day. A little bit breezy on Saturday too as that front approaches. We could have gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Then we're back to the sunshine next week. Kirsten.
Might be our best Bloomsday in a long time. Thank you, Chris. And before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
A show that pays tribute to one of the best Mexican-American performers of our time, Selena. Carla Perez, live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, May 8th. You'll love Yachtly Crew, a 7-piece SoCal band who has started a nationwide yacht rock craze. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, July 3rd. George Thorogood and the Destroyers bring their roof-shaking rock party to the Coeur d'Alene Casino live Thursday, July 31st. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
WSECU Cashback Checking. You give and give and give. Let's give you something back. Just use your debit card to earn. WSECU Cashback Checking.
Site. Hi, I'm Phil. I was diagnosed with an asbestos-related disease. When I was struggling so much with getting air, I come to the Card Clinic and I was able to get diagnosed. Ever since, the Card Clinic has been there for me. I don't know what we'd do without it.
Have you lived, worked, or enjoyed the outdoors in Lincoln County before 2014? You may have been exposed to harmful Libby amphibole asbestos. Contact us today for a free screening.
Are you moving? Make it easy with Dan the Moving Man. Reliable, efficient, and stress-free. Dan is your locally owned, trusted household and piano moving partner. Visit danthemovingmanwa.com for your free quotes today.
Get ready for an all-new season of Celebrity Wheel of Fortune.
To be here with two legends. Yes!
Big names. Big laughs.
Oh, look at that.
And big wins for charity.
$1 million.
I'm going to take the elevator to victory.
Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. New Wednesday, 8/7 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Warm, sunny Friday, and then some spotty showers this weekend, but not a bad weekend to welcome people from around the world to Spokane.
Yeah, pretty great stuff.
Yeah,
actually.
a lot of people enjoying our beautiful weather and city.
Yeah.